What's going on, Dunny Nation? How are things out there in the 187th Legion? Welcome back to my channel for another YouTube video.
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
We are currently 2 days away from the premiere of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus, and my excitement and anticipation is growing by the second as we inch closer. So in preparation for the release of the show, I wanted to make a video about the characters and things that we know we're getting, the things I would like to see, and just talk about it in general. So without further ado, let's get right to it. One group I'm really excited and really intrigued to see is the Inquisitorius group. Of course, we're getting the Grand Inquisitor, we're getting the third sister, aka Reva, who is played by Moses Ingram. I'm very interested to see where they go with her character. She seems very intriguing right now. It seems that she's the one spearheading the search for Obi-Wan, and of course the Grand Inquisitor's there as well. We are also getting the fifth brother, who made his first appearance in Star Wars Rebels. And along with the Inquisitors, we saw in the trailer that we are getting the Fortress Inquisitorius, aka the giant pyramid tower. I'm excited to see that because it looks super cool in the trailer, and we see these couple shots, what I assume is inside of it. So I'm excited to explore that place, building, pyramid. Another person I'm excited, I guess you could say person, more of character I'm excited to see is 4-LOM. He's a bounty hunter droid who made his first appearance in Empire Strikes Back. And we see him in the trailer having some sort of firefight with Obi-Wan on the rooftops of a new planet called Daiyu. Something else I'm excited to explore. And it's exciting that we're getting 4-LOM because he was in that original group that the Empire hired to find the rebels of the Millennium Falcon. And of course we never saw him because Boba Fett is the only bounty hunter that we explored in Empire Strikes Back. Now, if you follow me on TikTok the other day, I made a video where I said I don't want the Obi-Wan Kenobi show to feel like it relies on big cameos for the big hit moments, and I don't think it will at all, because we know we're already getting Ewan back as Obi-Wan, Hayden as Anakin / Vader, so I don't think they're going to rely on cameos to be the wow factor. But there are a few characters that I would like to see, whether it be like a major part of the plot or via cameo. I think it would be a really good idea and would make a lot of sense to see Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon. Obviously, we know most of the time Obi-Wan spends on Tatooine is looking and protecting Luke. And we know that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Yoda charges Obi-Wan with training to learn to communicate with Qui-Gon so he can learn to enter the netherworld of the Force. And that was what was spent a lot of his free time on Tatooine, was learning how to communicate with Qui-Gon so he could learn to become a Force ghost. So it would make ample sense for Qui-Gon to make an appearance in the show in one way or another. And of course we get this shot from the preview, from the trailer, and that seems like the perfect spot for Obi-Wan to be having a conversation with Qui-Gon. Another person I think it would make a lot of sense for us to see is, in fact, Yoda as well. Of course, we wouldn't see him in person because he's in exile on Dagobah right now. But we saw in Rebels he was able to communicate with Ezra through the Force as some sort of image projection. And I think that that would be a very cool inclusion to see Yoda, because we know, as I said earlier, he is the one who is training Obi-Wan to be able to communicate with Qui-Gon, as you can see in this clip from Revenge of the Sith.
One who has returned from the netherworld of the Force, your old master.
Qui-Gon.
How to commune with him, I will teach you.
So it makes a lot of sense that we would see Yoda in one way or another, and I hope we do. Another character I would like to see make an appearance in one way, shape, or form is Commander Cody. Now, Cody played such a large role in Obi-Wan's story throughout the Clone Wars and through Order 66, as he is the clone commander who tried to execute Order 66 on Obi-Wan. I think it would be a really cool addition to see, if not in flashback, in present time, see Cody's new position in the Empire and how that could possibly affect Obi-Wan. And two characters I think it's possible that we see is Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order video game and Ahsoka. Of course, we know Ahsoka's getting her new show coming out, and we've seen her in Mando, we've seen her in Rebels. So around this time, she is out and about. She's moving around. So I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility to see Ahsoka, and I definitely wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility to see Cal Kestis as well. Of course, we know Obi-Wan is going off planet, off of Tatooine, because we saw Dayu in the trailer, and we don't know where else he's going to go. So it is a possibility that he runs into one of those two. But we also see in the trailer that we are getting a new Jedi that we have not been introduced to yet, probably, which is something I also am very excited about. Another group I would like to see revisited is the Bounty Hunters. Of course, we know we're getting Forlom, and we see this line in the trailer.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
At this point in time, Boba Fett is about 23 years old. He's still a young bounty hunter, but he is one of the best bounty hunters. And of course, we know he's worked with the Empire in the past, or I guess future, with Empire Strikes Back. Another person is Cad Bane. Of course, we see this person in the trailer. We don't know if that's Cad Bane. It sure could be. I also would like the possibility of seeing Dengar and or Embo, who both have had jobs with the Empire before. And of course, if Mace Windu were going to come back, that would be a really good time for that. Now, as far as things I want to see as far as plot, there's not much that I'm going in looking for because I want the experience to be as fresh as possible, and I'm going in without expectations for the plot because I just want it to be special, you know what I'm saying? But if I did have to say things that I would like to see, one is that I would like to see Vader's relationship with the Inquisitors, because we know the Inquisitors have the utmost respect for Vader, and that is born purely out of fear. So I'd like to see the I guess, no pun intended, chokehold that Vader has on the Inquisitor group, and how those interactions would go. And like I mentioned earlier, I want to see the Fortress Inquisitorius. Like, we know we're going to get it. I guess I should say I'm more excited to see it. And the thing that I'm most excited for, and I think I share this opinion with most Star Wars fans anticipating the show, on top of Ewan McGregor reprising his role as Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen reprising his role as Anakin/Vader, is the long-anticipated reuniting of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, which we know is going to end in a duel. I can't wait to see the absolute emotion and power behind that reuniting. It is something I've been looking forward to ever since I heard it was going to happen. And lastly, what I'm anticipating as far as Obi-Wan is I don't think he's going to pull out his lightsaber until he meets Vader. As we know, we see in the trailer, all he's using is a gun, because in his hiding on Tatooine, he's doing everything he can to conceal his identity and hide from the Empire, to not draw attention to himself or to Luke, who he's been protecting. And of course, he's gone to the level of using guns, which he once called uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
Because, lightsabers are
an elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
I think he's not going to pull out his lightsaber until he finds Vader. That's what I'm anticipating. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm totally okay with that. But that's just what I'm thinking. Alright guys, that's all I have for the video. If you watched all the way through, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Drop a follow, drop a like if you already haven't, and follow me on the IG, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Twitch, gang. I will see you in the next video after Kenobi. I hope you enjoy the show as much as I know I will. May the Force be with you.